Please like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps this channel.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into a mystery that's as cold as it is strange.
Yeah.
The lead masks case.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine,
Oh, yeah.
you're a kid in 1960s Rio de Janeiro.
Okay.
It's August 20th, a sunny day, and you're exploring the slopes of Vintém Hill.
Right.
Suddenly, you stumble upon two men lying dead,
Oh, wow.
dressed in suits and raincoats.
Okay.
But the strangest part, they're wearing lead masks over their eyes.
Absolutely. It's an image that sticks with you.
Creepy, right?
And what's even more chilling is that this wasn't some Halloween prank.
Right.
These men, Manuel, Pereira, Cruz, and Miguel, José, Viana, were electronics technicians
Oh, wow.
from Campos dos Goitacazes, a town a few hours north of Rio.
So what were two electronics technicians doing, dressed up like they were heading to a board meeting, but with lead masks? It's like something out of a science fiction spy thriller.
And the mystery only deepens when you consider what was found at the scene: an empty water bottle, a couple of towels, and a notebook with a cryptic note.
That note is practically begging to be deciphered.
Yeah.
It reads, 16.3 be at the agreed place. 18.30 swallow capsules. After the effect, protect metals, wait for signal, mask.
Wow.
Just reading it sends chills down your spine. Each phrase is like a piece of a puzzle,
Right.
but we're missing the bigger picture.
It's like they left us a trail of breadcrumbs, but the trail leads into a dark forest. So let's try to retrace their steps.
Okay.
We know that Manuel and Miguel left Campos dos Goitacazes on August 17th, telling their families they were going to buy work supplies. Now, here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
They bought raincoats, despite the clear weather.
Interesting.
And a bartender who served them noticed Miguel was incredibly nervous, constantly checking his watch. Why the raincoats? What were they expecting?
That detail about the raincoats really piques my curiosity.
Yeah.
It suggests they were preparing for something specific, something that might involve exposure to the elements or perhaps even concealment.
Right.
It certainly wasn't a spur-of-the-moment trip.
And remember, this was the 1960s. Brazil was in the midst of political turmoil with a military dictatorship in power.
Yeah.
This context adds another layer to the case, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. The political climate of the time can't be ignored.
Right.
It raises questions about whether their deaths could have been related to government activities, secret experiments, or even some form of clandestine operation.
So 3 days after they leave, they're found dead on that hillside.
Wow.
No signs of a struggle.
Wow.
Just those lead masks staring blankly up at the sky. The lack of violence makes it even more unsettling, don't you think?
It does. And the lead masks, they're not standard welding goggles.
Right.
They were clearly crafted to shield the eyes specifically, but from what? Light, radiation, something else entirely.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Now, add to this that there were reports of strange lights in the sky over Rio that night, and you've got a recipe for a full-blown UFO conspiracy theory.
The UFO connection is certainly tempting, especially when you consider the potential use of lead for radiation shielding.
Right.
However, we need to be cautious about jumping to conclusions.
Right. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Exactly.
But we can't dismiss the fact that Manuel and Miguel were electronics technicians.
Right.
Could this have been some kind of experiment gone wrong? Maybe they stumbled upon a dangerous technology or substance they didn't fully understand?
That's a thought-provoking possibility.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, the 1960s was a time of rapid technological advancement, particularly in the field of electronics. There was a lot of experimentation, some of it undoubtedly risky.
So we've got a lot of threads to untangle here.
Yeah.
Was it a botched psychedelic experiment, as some have suggested, with the capsules being some kind of drug? Was it a ritualistic suicide? Though the instruction to protect metals seems at odds with that theory.
Yeah.
Was it a government experiment gone awry, perhaps connected to the political tensions of the time?
Right.
Or did they, as some believe, have an encounter with something not of this world?
Each of these theories has its own allure and its own set of challenges.
Right.
The mystery lies in figuring out which, if any of them, hold the key to unlocking the truth behind those chilling lead masks. What's fascinating is that the lead masks case has become like this magnet for speculation. It's like a blank canvas onto which people can like project their own interpretations, fears, and fascinations.
Absolutely. But let's get back to that cryptic note for a moment.
Okay.
It specifically mentions 4:30 p.m. as the time to be at the agreed place.
Right.
What do you make of that? Does it point to a specific location where they intended to conduct their experiment or whatever they were involved in?
It certainly suggests a prearranged meeting at a location known to them, but sadly the note doesn't reveal any further details.
Yeah.
However, it does raise the question,
Yeah.
could this location be the key to unraveling the entire mystery?
If only those hills could talk, right?
Right.
Now, another part of the note that really stands out is that instruction, after the effect, protect metals.
Right.
What metals were they referring to? And why did they need protection?
Yeah. Well, that's where our knowledge of electronics comes in handy. Think back to the technology of the 1960s.
Okay.
We're talking about transistors, vacuum tubes,
Right.
sensitive components that could be affected by electromagnetic fields radiation.
Yeah.
Who knows what else they might have been experimenting with?
You're saying the metals could be components from some device they were building or testing.
It's a strong possibility.
Right.
And the instruction to protect them suggests those metals were vulnerable to something,
Right.
either at this agreed place or perhaps during the effect mentioned earlier.
Okay, I'm starting to picture this.
Okay.
They take these capsules, experience some kind of effect,
Right.
and then need to protect sensitive electronic components from what?
Yeah.
The effects of the capsules. Something at the location itself.
We're deep in speculation territory now, but that's what makes this case so captivating.
Right.
It's like we're piecing together a puzzle with missing pieces,
Yeah.
trying to create a coherent picture from fragmented clues.
If we were to put on our detective hats for a moment, where would you focus your investigation? What piece of the puzzle would you be most eager to uncover?
Personally, I'd be fascinated to learn more about Manuel and Miguel's work as electronics technicians.
Yeah.
What projects were they involved in? Were they working on anything unusual or groundbreaking?
Yeah.
Did they have access to any restricted technologies or materials? Their professional lives might hold the key to understanding their final actions.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes the answer lies in the mundane details of everyday life.
Right.
But we can't ignore the more sensational aspects of this case,
Right.
like those UFO sightings reported that night. Yeah. Do you think there's any possibility of an extraterrestrial connection?
I'm always open to exploring all possibilities,
Uh-huh.
but extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Right.
While the timing of the sightings is intriguing, I'd be more inclined to seek a more grounded explanation.
Right?
Perhaps a meteorological phenomenon, or even a misidentified aircraft.
It's tempting to connect those sightings to the lead masks, but we need to be careful not to let our imaginations run wild.
Right.
So let's circle back to the other theories for a moment.
Okay.
That cryptic note definitely suggests they ingested something. Could those capsules have been some kind of experimental drug or even a poison?
The capsules are undeniably a pivotal element in this puzzle.
Yeah.
If we could identify the substance they contained, it would potentially illuminate their intentions and perhaps even reveal their cause of death.
Yeah.
But without toxicological evidence, we're left to grapple with possibilities.
And we can't rule out the possibility of a government cover-up. Could they have stumbled upon something they shouldn't have? Were they silenced to protect a secret experiment or a sensitive operation? Especially given the political climate of Brazil at the time.
It's a classic trope in conspiracy theories.
Right.
And it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility.
Right.
However, we need to tread carefully here.
Yeah.
While a cover-up is a tempting explanation, it's crucial to consider other more plausible scenarios before jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
Remember, Occam's razor suggests the simplest explanation is often the most likely.
So we're left with a captivating mystery, a handful of intriguing theories, and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
It's almost as if the case itself is wearing a lead mask, obscuring the truth from our view. It's a case that really captures the imagination, doesn't it?
It does.
The lead masks case is a reminder that despite all our technological advancements, there are still mysteries that baffle us, secrets hidden in plain sight.
Absolutely. And it's the enduring nature of these mysteries that keeps us searching for answers, keeps us engaged in the process of investigation and discovery.
We've explored the facts, the theories, the historical context, but the central question remains.
Yeah.
What happened to Manuel and Miguel on that hillside? Why the suits?
Yeah.
Why the raincoats on a sunny day?
Right.
Why those chilling lead masks?
It's like they stepped out of reality and into a realm of enigma.
Yeah.
And perhaps that's why this case continues to fascinate us,
Mhm.
because it touches on the very edge of the unknown, the boundary between the rational and the inexplicable.
You know, it's interesting to think about how this case would be investigated today
Yeah.
with modern forensic techniques, DNA analysis,
Right.
and the wealth of information available online.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we would have more answers Or would the mystery persist?
It's hard to say for sure. Advances in forensic science might shed light on some aspects of the case, perhaps revealing new clues or challenging existing theories.
Right.
But some mysteries, by their very nature, resist easy solutions.
Yeah.
They linger in the shadows, challenging us to question our perceptions and grapple with the limits of our understanding.
And that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The lead masks case reminds us that there are still enigmas out there, waiting to be explored, stories waiting to be uncovered.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the allure of the unknown.
Precisely. It's a reminder that the world is a vast and complex place filled with secrets and wonders yet to be revealed.
Right.
And sometimes the most captivating stories are the ones that leave us with more questions than answers.
So for our listeners out there who are intrigued by this case,
Yeah.
I encourage you to delve deeper, do your own research, explore the various theories,
Right.
and see what conclusions you draw.
Mm-hmm.
You might be surprised at what you uncover.
There are numerous articles, books, and documentaries available that explore the lead masks case in detail.
Right.
And for those who are interested in going beyond the surface, there are even online forums and communities dedicated to discussing and dissecting the case.
It's a rabbit hole worth going down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And as we wrap up this deep dive into the lead masks case, I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
Imagine you're standing on that hillside,
Mm-hmm.
looking down at those two men in their suits and raincoats.
Yeah.
Their faces obscured by those lead masks.
Wow.
What questions would you ask? What clues would you search for? What do you think happened on that fateful day in 1966?
Let the mystery linger in your mind. Let it spark your curiosity and ignite your imagination.
Yeah.
Perhaps one day the truth behind the lead masks case will be revealed.
Right.
But until then, the mystery endures, reminding us that the world is still full of wonders and secrets waiting to be discovered.
Please like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps this channel.
Yeah.
That's our deep dive for today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop seeking the truth, no matter how elusive it may be.